Guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Golden, and today this is the continuation of my previous video on how to sketch in Adobe Draw, and we'll be seeing how to color and shade to complete your artwork on Adobe Draw. I'll be using this example for the reach, which I used in the previous tutorial. So I'll be explaining each step as I make them in the video, so stay tuned. And also please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and also share with friends. So here you see me putting in the colors, and this is very simple. All you have to do though, before putting in the colors, you have to make sure that you are using a new layer and it's below your sketch layer. So your painting is below the sketch, and you fill in as much as you want, whatever color. I just decided to use is green skin color. You could use anyone, and yeah, I'm just trying to fill in everything. This should be a fairly easy thing to do for both beginners and those experienced in Adobe Draw. So just fill as much as you like, find fun in it, because really this is a very fun part of me drawing and just feeling it. I feel so much joy, and somehow it's satisfying for me, and I really love this, and I hope you find it too. And just as I said, please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment below if you're enjoying this episode, because I'll be making more of this as well as new series. So be sure to comment down your opinions of what you'd like to see me do next on this channel, and maybe I might just feature it on this channel. So now I'm through with the shading, and what we want to do is make some shadows. And so you create a new layer above the layer you just used to fill, and make the color darker, and just look at your picture, follow those dark places, and just fill in those dark places. Though this might require some time, but just do it at your own pace. You could slow down the video, or even download it and watch this at a later time. But remember, just take your time, do it easily, slowly, and immerse yourself in it. Find joy doing it, and it's really fun, because shadows bring the life into the artwork. Because without shadows, your image will just be very flat and very cartoony. But with shadows, it begins to look very real and interesting. So remember, take your time, find joy in it, and also find the right tone. Remember, for shadows you have to use the darker tone than the skin color. So find the darker tone that suits your picture, and yeah, just draw. Through with the initial shadows, and I want to add some secondary shadows which are lighter than the first shadows. So you can see my picture, he has some really dark shadows on his cheek, and that's what I'm going to do now. But remember, with every new type of shadow you put, you have to use a new layer, so you don't confuse yourself doing when erasing or making some changes. So make every new shadow you do, put it in a new layer so it will be non-destructive. You can always come back to make changes to it. And just as I said, here I'm using the lighter shade of the shadow to draw those dark shades for his chin, and with time you see how it looks. So this is the thing, when drawing shadows initially, your artwork might not be looking as good as you would like it to be, but please continue, because the end product is what we are going for here. Because at first it might not look very nice, but at the end you will love it, I promise you. So stick with me and just find joy in doing it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments. You can also contact me via email, which you can find in my about section for my contacts section. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be very eager to answer them. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to leave my link below. It just cost 200 followers, which is very amazing. Thank you guys for it. And I'll also drop my Facebook link as well as my Twitter, so maybe we could connect more, and you could suggest some new topics for me to work on, like some kind of people I should draw, or if you want a new series, or you want me to do a subscriber special. I really love to see those comments, so please keep them coming. Here I'm putting an even darker shade for the shadow, and remember what I said, please, with every new layer you put, make a new layer with every different shade of shadows, please. And you see I'm drawing this on a different layer, which is top of the former one, so it's looking more and more like kind of realistic, you know, it's beginning to take shape, and you can see now that it's clearly like the person looking a bit like Roddy right now. So whatever picture you do, whether it's this one or any other picture, just know that shadows bring life to your image. Like, shadows are what makes your image either good or bad, and it gives it that wow factor. So you could manipulate your shapes of shadows, just as you see here. Sometimes I'm adding some extra lines just so I give it that extra oomph to the image, like just give it that extra edge. It looks more believable, more realistic, and more appealing to look at. So just play around with it, you know, have fun doing this. You might not get it the first time, but just continue, because I've done so many images many times, and even though some didn't come out well, I kept on going, and you know, I'm still learning. I'm still learning every day. I'm still learning every day, and so should you guys, because to become good at what we do, we have to learn every day. So please don't give up. Find joy in it, and yeah, just continue. Once again, I created a new layer, and I'm putting a darker shade to the shadow on the chin, and this is just so I add that kind of depth to it, so it looks more believable. And you can see the actual image I'm referencing from. There was a light source from the right of the image, so the shadows will be casted more on the left. So that's what you have to do. If you have problems with shadows, you could take some real world examples, like you could look at where light source is from. Maybe if you're looking in the sky, you see the sun on the right hand side, see how the shadows are cast on the left, or look at your skin, or look at photos, just see how these shadows interact with the subject. And for beginners in shadows, I recommend working on pictures that are shot in the studio, because those are really shot with very nice lighting, and that contrast is always there. So that's what I started with, making cartoons of pictures that are shot in studios. And if you don't really know where to find such pictures, you could like go on Instagram or Pinterest, go to celebrity pages, and most of them really do this high quality photo shoots, so you could get those images and try your hands on them. And you could even make a great fan art for them and post it on Insta, and you never know. And still, guys, remember a darker shade. So if you see like the contrast in your image is not much, like you want that to be that different like the original, just keep on adding shadows in the right places. Like you see, I'm adding below the leaves, by the side of the nose, as well as the cheeks, some part of the forehead. Just keep it going, and I promise you it will turn out nice, as long as you believe that you're doing something right.
Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon.
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah.
Here I'm about to draw the highlights, and highlights are those lighter part of the skin where the light source hits. And usually when drawing highlights in cartoons, you start with the base highlights, which aren't that bright, and you work your way up to the brightest part, and that's what I'm doing here. So for highlights, I recommend just increasing the sample the color of your subject skin, the original skin, and just increase the brightness a little bit, and maybe reduce the saturation. But I recommend increasing the brightness just a little bit, and then just play around with it. And if you feel like the highlight is not coming that well, you can reduce the opacity, just as I will do here. So you reduce the opacity, and you just try to see the shape of highlights that will work best, because highlights are somehow tricky. They aren't that straightforward, but with practice makes perfect, and I'm sure you'll get this. You'll get this, I trust.
Magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I.
And also, guys, in this video I'm not going to show how I drew the lip and the eyes, because I was having some software issue with my screen recorder. I'm so sorry about that, but maybe to make up for that, I might make a separate tutorial on how to draw eyes as well as lips here in Adobe Draw. Once again, I'm deeply sorry I was not able to upload that part, but please remind me if you want a tutorial. Just tell me in the comments. You could be like Yes, we want a tutorial about the eyes or lips, and here we go. That's the artwork. I really hope you love the end product. Please remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share with friends. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.